Hello and welcome to a crafty video. So guys, I have been away for a long time. In that time so much has gone on. It's been absolutely crazy. I'm a little bit lost with where I am, but I'm sure that'll be fine. Obviously I'm not so confident about my build at the moment because I have been away for a while, and obviously when you haven't done it for a while, ideas don't come to you straight away. So we'll have a look. I think we're going to do Howard's Flower Shop. I did have a look at King Toots. Obviously it's not going to be able to go next to Moe's unless it's the other side of it, and then it's going to look a bit odd because we need the drive anyway, so I'm just going to have to do it as a single building. I think I'm going to try and do them all as single buildings, and unless like they literally just happen to fall together, I think we're going to have to do this pink. We're going to need some purple in there, that's for sure. Some cyan glass. I think we will use blocks straight off, and then we want some grey clay. I think we're going to have to use cyan. Okay, it's cyan then, but grey to me. And I think we'll just work with these for now. We'll just have a look. Let's see what we're really looking at. So if we're chucking it down, I think we're going to go 1, 2. And I think 2 should be fine for now. And I'm going to say for now because straight away we need a frame for our glass, and we know that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know it's definitely going to be the 5 because we know our door is going to be 5. So I think maybe if we chuck on the 6, because we still want it to be tall, but we really don't want it to be massively too much, you know, because obviously we still want it to keep in line. I'm thinking we will chuck on the bottom layer, or at least for now I'm thinking that way. Obviously we have to have a look and see how that actually goes once we get there. Now guys, I am sorry about the quality dipping and not dipping. Maybe it hasn't dipped at all, but I'm just going to say sorry anyway, just in case, purely because I don't know how this is actually going to go. This is my first time using any of this software. It's taken me 2 days to set it up. I'm hoping it goes well, but unfortunately you can never tell with this stuff. So I'm just going to have a quick look at my reference picture and obviously run you through what I've done so far. So far we got we just go from the very edges as well. We got 2 pink, then we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cyan, and we've taken it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 higher, and then coming around to the other side of it we've used 3, including the one at the front, leaving the middle one free to put in our glass, and we'll chuck that in straight away just to see how it's going. I mean, this could look totally wrong. I haven't done this for a while, so I'm going the most basic way I can see at the moment. It may not work, hopefully it may. And while we've got the frame, we may as well use glass pane. I'm sorry, the only pane here is me at the moment. So we'll grab our glass pane, just purely because it will make it look more, and we use light blue, I think it looks more inviting, maybe that's the right way to put it. Maybe we should have used grey wool as the frame itself, but for now we'll stick with it how it is, and if we want to change it after we can always do that, because we're more just trying to find the size. So if we were to copy this over to there, so we'd go 1, 2, 3 we want for the door, and then we add 2 just because we want to put another column in, probably another brick. So from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, so we've got a space of 5, and then we're going to do exactly the same as what we've done on the other side. So we'll just start layering it up just to really make sure that we are literally on the same page, and we're just going to literally copy the piece from over the other side of the build. Now guys, I really am hoping that you can hear me well. I've really had nothing but problems with this mic. I went out, paid for a new capture card, new mic. I thought, been away for a long time, you know, I've had enough time off that I could save up a bit of money, and I really thought we were going to sort of jump back in and have a good time. but it all depends how this goes. If it doesn't go well, maybe I'll be back on with my headset. I really don't like the quality, and I hate streaming, trying to do a video like this, because someone will always talk to, and even worse, no one will talk to. And why no one's interested on a stream, you think to yourself, well, am I wasting my time doing this? And it becomes quite hard, and then when people do interact with you, you find it hard to interact back, because you're only going to stop your video record, which by that I mean you have to stop the stream dead there. So let's give this a quick look of what we're looking at. I think we're going to have to add, I think we're going to add 2 extra glass pane onto each of these, because we don't want it to end too far, so we're going to add another 2 of these. God, this Minecraft is feeling a little bit slow to me at the moment, which is a little bit annoying. So we're going to extend both sides. Let's get this done. Now guys, I do apologise if this doesn't go as quick as I'm hoping, because like I say, I haven't done it for so long, and I've actually been really sort of worried about putting the mic on and everything. And then obviously I went out and bought a new mic and thought, oh, that takes the pressure off. It's like, you just think to yourself, oh, that would be nice. And then the mic didn't work, I couldn't get my video card to work. Everything just really didn't go according to plan. I mean, it's like everything else. When it comes to doing videos, nothing goes the way you think it will. So it's a bit thick. We could open this up, but then we're going to end up with a massive walk-in way. So I think we're going to keep it safe. We're going to keep it like that. I really think we're going to have to sort of just keep it like that. I'm hoping we don't have to extend the pink. I mean, we could have dropped back so that the frame sat inside the pink, but when you go from pink to the wall to the frame to the window, you're only making it a massive job to do, and you really don't really want it. But I mean, let's see how far this takes it, because our windows now are 7 each, so that's 14, 2 on each side, that's 18, and then we've got a 5 door step, which makes it 23, and I don't know if I included the pink as well, so that would be another 4, so that would be 27, and that is actually quite a pretty big building. Whether it looks the way it should at that size, we will soon find out. So we're going to need, basically I think we're going to have to go, let's get this door in. Do we want to put a bit of pink in there, or do we just want to use a bit of a frame? So we've got 1, 2, 3, and I'm wondering, do we use the frame like so? And obviously from the inside you can always patch that up. We're going to use something along the lines of orange clay or hardened clay. Let's have a look. We could actually use light grey, so we use the light grey. We'll chuck that in, see how it actually goes. We're going to have to leave them out. Obviously if we want a functioning door, we're going to have to put that on the back, I think. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 5th layer right there. I know it's not perfect, but when we then chuck in, let's have a quick look. I am sorry, I'm trying to run back and forth my phone here. Or we could extend the door out to the 5, which is both good and bad. I mean, it does you favours in some senses, and in others it really doesn't. So we've finished this frame off here, so we know we're literally at the 5 high, and looking at that, I don't think that's too bad, but we haven't got far enough for me to actually know. As far as I know, it is quite a little bit, it is a bit of a thin build, so let's pull it across, and I think we'll try and go as far as the comic book store to try and sort of keep it in, maybe 1 less, maybe not. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So splitting that down, we want probably about a 3 width window, so That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go over the other side, do 4 over this side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 5. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll chuck in them ones as well. And then we've got our 3 there. So we know where our windows are going to go. Sorry guys, if I keep moving away from the mic, it's only where I'm purely just trying to remember what I need to do on this side. Now, as I usually do, I will always use my window sills, or as you know, basically what I call a window sill. And I think I'm just going to go with something nice and basic. In fact, I use this jungle wood slab. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, what did I do? I think I started there, so 1, 2, 3 in the middle. As long as you're in the middle, you're fine. And I think we're going to have to use, well, we're either going to have to frame this in completely, or we're going to have to use the full block. Now looking at it, I think we're going to have to use the full block. As much as it is kind of annoying, it has to be done. We can't really do much about the window itself. I mean, we can put a frame in. It will extend it that little touch. When I say little, it's obviously quite a bit. And then obviously you end up with this. But then we really do need to sort of be doing the outside of the frame as well. Now, the problem I have with this is it takes up so much room, and I never like the end result. So we can give it a go, and I mean let's have a look here. I mean, we've got that, and the only way we're going to be able to tell realistically is to now too much, too little. I think it's too much. I really do. I think we're going to have to knock away these. I'm not a big fan of it anyway. So we're just going to have to do like we normally would. No frames. Just literally the sill. If you want the sill, obviously, that's all down to personal preference as well. Obviously, once it warms up, you might feel different about that window. You might think, oh, let's put it in anyway. That's entirely up to you, obviously. But I do try to... I hate too much clutter, and for me the window being completely done with frames as well is a little bit too much of a clutter. I don't want to put a back on this because I'm not sure if it needs one, so I'm just going to run this all the way across, try and keep an eye at the front, hope that we've got enough space inside. Hopefully then we meet up to this one. So now I count it down. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got 15 on each side. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 with our wood pieces, and we're going to go 3 levels up with our glass, and then we're going to do the same again, fill it in. And you know, I've just had a thought. It doesn't matter, because I'm just thinking now we can actually do it on the path anyway. I just had a sudden thought that we were actually directly on the road, and the flower pots and stuff would not fit outside the front. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So where are we looking that because the problem we've now got is we still need to put this hood on. It's not going to be perfect, but I mean, we can either use it from this point onwards, because the frame is still there, which is completely fine, and it keeps the size down that little touch. Let's just have a quick look from underneath just to make sure, because we'll probably have to come out another touch as well. And then we're going to have to use our pink then, the pink wall, just across the top. We will need it there anyway, but we're going to have to just sort of do it across the top here, to make sure there's nothing showing outside, so it looks like it's back to the pink as soon as you get back on the inside. So now what are we going to actually do with this? I think realistically, I think we're just going to have to drag it out maybe another set, which can be annoying at times. But the other option is that we have to use a slab and then carpet over the top, which never gives good results. So we're just going to have to sort of work with it from this point, I think. Because realistically we need a full set of purple. And then after that purple, we want to start integrating the colours. Which I can't work out if it's white or like a cyan, not a cyan, sorry. Like an off-white, maybe like that. But trying to keep it more within the tone of it. I think we might have to use the light blue, but I don't know if that's going to put it off. We can always go with the magenta, but it seems a little odd to use it maybe. Let's try both. We'll chuck the magenta down on every other one. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work, because what I'll probably do is cut into the actual brick itself. Now I'm looking at the front columns. Now I'm trying to take the pictures off of the Simpsons buildings themselves, not the tapped out version, but I'm having to use then the tapped out version to try and sort of decipher it back to where it should be. Now at least we know we've got a good length on this, because obviously we've got enough to actually do it all. Do you know, I think we are going to do that, but I really can't use that colour. It's not spot on like it should be in this. I don't think blue's the right one to use either, which is really too much for me. Okay, let's have a quick look at what we got in the clay selection. Not as much as I actually thought, which is really disappointing. We could use that one instead. Maybe that could work, and we could use the blue stained clay. And the light blue might... Okay, let's have a look. I am sorry, I just rather... So I think... Let's take the wall off this now. Let's go back to the clay, because it gives a nice clean finish. I'm not going to worry about the back one too much. The only problem is obviously then we're going to have to rely on something else other than the carpet to do it, which is awkward as well. It is horrible. So if we were to do that, I'm going to keep it this colour for now, I think. Or maybe the purple was better. I think the purple was better, but for now it's fine. We're going to stick this colour. Obviously you guys can choose to use your wool if you want, or you can choose to use the clay. It really is all down to yourselves. But the only thing I would say is, if you're using wool, you can always drop down onto this ledge here and use a piece of carpet to kind of match it up to the top set. For me, for now, I think I'm happier with that than the wool. For me, it's more of a case of you use certain materials and then you kind of go off them. The other option is where now we've come one out, we can now do this, because it's overhanging the window to the point where you can still see the window underneath, so it's not going to cause you a problem. Oh dear, oh, he's gone completely AWOL. And then obviously if we do it like that, and you are happy to do it like that, I think I personally prefer it, but it is all down to yourself. I mean, The Simpsons is a very colourful program. That in mind does make it a little bit more difficult to choose your colours, because you are really trying to keep it as real as possible in your own mind, but at the same time trying to really stay true to the show itself. And then once we've done this, I think we best drop down just just to make sure. And then we put our purple across just like that. So it now is kind of in the street, which is annoying. But we've now got this solid line there. And this is actually quite a big building. I wasn't expecting it to be this big. I thought the problem would be is that it's too small. And yeah, okay, we can live with that. That's cool. And we haven't gone too far up, so bonus on that sense. Now obviously the pink wall from the outside, I can't do nothing with the back end of the building. I have no idea what should be there, so I'm a little bit stuck for that one. I think I'm just going to literally just block it in, as if you shouldn't really see the back. Then we can put a back door in afterwards. But for now we know both sides are symmetrical, the front is symmetrical, and that's basically, I think that's where we're going to stay now. So I'm just going to build this up. I think we put in the windows on the top level, like it does on the second level of the front. So that way it kind of has got some sort of symmetrical side to it. But obviously on the shop floor, unless there was a back door going out on the back lane, I can't really say. You know, we could sort of, in that sense, you really have got to make up your own mind as to what you want to do or what you want to see when you walk out that building, if you're going to walk out the front. So let's just chuck this in. I've got to remember to put in my little bit of frame here. Oh. So guys, like I say, I am sorry if I'm a little bit slower than I should be. I am trying my hardest actually, and I'm really hoping that by some sort of miracle we end up actually creating a very good video. And I'm looking at this front part and I'm looking at the picture, and this block here kind of meets up to this one, which is what I was kind of trying to do on that one. But now I'm thinking we're gonna have to leave it like that, and what we'll do is we're, instead of having the border on the front, we'll then use something, could even be a trap door. I wonder if that would actually work. Let's just have a quick look. Nope. No, that's not going to work on there. So my original idea was to use the slab, just to do that, to give it the line that it should have. But the problem is obviously now we're sticking out. We're on top of the block rather than this block fading into this one. But I think I actually prefer it like that rather than sort of just block. It just doesn't make any sense. And then what we're going to have to do is, now I've actually just looked at the picture, we need to knock off. Oh my god, my controller's got something stuck in it. There we go. Don't ask, I have no idea. I just blame my son. and then we just want to chuck in these ones here. Yeah, that'll be much better. In fact, I'll probably even take off the quartz as well, because it isn't doing what I thought it would. But at least when we look at that now, I think I'm gonna have to take this off. That is really annoying. Sorry guys, I'm sort of misdirecting as usual in my normal sense of videos, but it is all part of the process. So I'm looking at the sides and I'm thinking, okay, we're doing alright. We are doing alright actually. We need one more layer up, so we're going to take one more layer here, because otherwise we're going to end up with windowsills right on top, which is the way it is in the picture, but that wouldn't make sense to me to do it that way, because we still need to put the seal on, which is only going to leave a very small amount of that actually showing. And obviously we want to keep the same wood, and we've got to fit in 4, so we want 4 size 3, so we go 2, 3, leave a gap, 1, 2, 3, leave a gap, 1, 2, 3, leave a gap. So okay, we're doing good. So 1, 2, 3, miss a few, and we're going to miss 3, 1, 2, 3, miss 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I think we missed a gap on the end. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it when a plan comes together. So now it's just down to our glass, We're still going to have to use the block. I mean, on this sort of level, we could use panes, but I'd rather not personally. I mean, the problem is we could use frames around the window. Now, like you saw with the other one, we'd either have to thin the window up, or we'd have frames kind of a bit too clunky for me. If it's a nice high detailed house, then yeah, frames are great. If that's the piece of the build that's going to make it stand out from the others. If not, I like to give them a miss. They're just too much, too big for too little. You don't gain anything from it apart from a really uneven build. So we're now up to this stage, and how are we looking? I don't know how long we've been building, but I'm hoping we're doing it a lot quicker than what we would normally, because there's no pausing obviously and stuff like that. We want to try and keep these on the same level, so we're just going to go all the way across again, and then we're going to add our sills on the middle three like the same as below, exactly the same window design as well. So then we know we're done on both sides. Once both of them windows are in, we know we're basically done at the front until we at least have a look at it. Looking at it, I can already tell we could have improved in one of definitely two ways. First one would be this column moved backwards, or at least the frames dropped back in one set, but then at the same time I was thinking our door would be way too far back. But as it happens, I'm starting to wish we had done that. We're too far through now, and well, we're not too far through, we could move it, but it's just a hassle now. But if you guys are building it, I honestly think that little block extra could make all the difference. I mean, I like it as it is so far, but I don't know, sometimes little details like that can make something just pop out if you're looking at it from a view. It's nice to be able to see what you're looking at. Like most buildings on it, you can actually tell what they're supposed to be. How many blocks have we got to go up? I think it's 2, 1, 2, yeah. So we'll match that up to the front. We will put the 4 windows on this side. New games for gold. Just come out and release the 12, in case anyone's thinking about getting it. And then we just want to do exactly the same as we've done on the other side. So I think we're actually in a little bit further, yeah, because we've obviously got the blocks on the front. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, break, 1, 2, 3. I hope these are all in the right place now. 1, 2, 3, and then we put in our 3 glass, like so, and then 1, 2, 3, and yes, perfect job. So yeah, actually this worked out pretty well when it comes to space and working out the actual dimensions. I am wondering whether maybe we should put in a couple of little windows at the back, just to really make it look a little bit more, not like a massive pink wall from behind. But I'm not really planning on going behind this, so I need to start filling up this area with a few shops, maybe an alley behind a few of them. And like I say, we still got to do Mr. Toots, but obviously it's not going to fit in around this side. Let's just chuck in our window sills as well, just to get that done. Let's just have a quick look around the build, make sure that I haven't forgotten any. Yeah, I'm seriously thinking maybe we should put in, the problem is if we put in the window is going to lead straight into the shop, which I don't know if that's going to look okay. 1 second guys, let me just mute that a sec. Whew, cough. Muted it and said it anyway. So we're going to go in on top of the windows. Now we're going to take our pink block, we're going to run it all the way across the top like so. I don't know if we're going to go 1 block higher to do the roof. I think we should, just to really keep it. So basically we're going to do that, come out the extra 1. Then we sort of got to, yeah, we're just, instead of like running it all the way around, obviously we still need to go up to this level. But on the inside, all we need to do is we need to then drop like a clay inside. So we're probably going to end up going up. We're going to do this layer, the one that we're bringing outside, this layer itself, this one. We'll probably bring this one up 2 layers, so we can then drop one further down, like we've done on the Android comic store there. Except on this one it needs like grey clay, so if any of you guys are going to be doing the insides, or like for when I decide to do some of the insides, I at least want to know that I haven't actually got to alter everything just to make it look okay, because there's nothing worse than getting to a building thinking, oh, that looks great, and then realising it looks great but in theory it could never be used, which believe me I've done a fair few times. That does look a bit sticking out more than what I wanted it to. Let's have a quick look, because that is kind of annoying. It basically needs the border on it. It is a little bit of a different colour as well, which is, oh, it's so annoying. Let's have a look. So what we could do though is where we were using that quartz, if you use that across the top there, it will look like the shutter that it comes out of. I'm not going to myself, I don't think, because I don't think that's going to benefit anyone. No, I'm really wondering, I think I'm going to anyway. I'm just going to check this out, guys, because for me, you know what I'm like, I just really got to check it out. So I'm just going to check this 2 blocks hanging out, just to see if it makes everything look that little bit more normal, and sometimes it can really work some magic for your details. So I'm just going to carry this on. Obviously I'm not going to worry too much about the back end because it's not an issue, and obviously if you guys are doing it and you want it to make sure that it looks exactly the same there, then obviously do that as well. I don't know if then we should come out to on this side as well. I am having a quick look. No, we don't have to worry about it for the sides. So if you just wanted to sort of make it look exactly the same all the way around, obviously do the same on the back. I'm sorry guys, it has been a bit of a diversion. This is the first time I've been on Minecraft in ages. Literally ages. I picked it up the other day. I thought, oh, I'll do some videos, everyone's asking, I need to get them done. I just really wasn't up for the hassle of streaming after 6 months of, you know, really taking a break from it, things going wrong. It really does work you up. So having a mic and being able to do it on my own hard drive, my own time, it's so much easier. I really do recommend it if anyone of you is planning on doing stuff like this. So looking from the floor, the only thing I don't like is that building's a little bit higher with it. I could, that is annoying. I think I would actually prefer that the hood is out a little bit further. I think I'm going to do the same as what I've done over there. So basically I'm going to copy what I've done here, like that. And this is only for now, guys. I just want to literally check it for myself. Obviously if you guys are happy as it is, leave it as it is. I don't know, for some reason that just wasn't looking completely right to me. Maybe it's just because I haven't put the fence parts, the iron bars underneath to sort of show that it's got some sort of support there. I just really want to know if that's going to look any better, and then it would still be a solid piece across the front, which is where the wall would have come in really handy, really. But yeah, I think that does actually look a little bit better. The thing is, it has no prongs holding it up either, which is really annoying. So we want to get rid of that, so it's actually looking straight through rather than, oh, there I go again, knocking stuff down. There it is. I have got some. Chuck that in there. I'm just literally going to fill this part with the purple clay rather than the pink, because obviously it comes all the way in like it does over there. I'm only doing this because I just want it to look a little bit normal as you look in. So on the sense that it's doing that, and obviously we could really take this one away as well. Ooh, seem to overshot that then. It's taken me a little while to really get back used to the controls. So yeah, actually, yep. Okay, yeah, I can live with that. If anything, you could take that purple line out and put the pink wall up the top. But for now, I think that looks much better. I'm just gonna start making a start on this clay. So we're just gonna go the one step down. Actually, wondering if that's a bit too dark. Oh, wrong button again. And we could use just normal clay. I think we're gonna stick with this one for now because I don't know why, but the actual offset of the color tends to make it look better. It's just a personal preference. I don't really know if it looks better or worse, but to me it looks better doing it this way. I really should put in a ceiling level as well, but I try not to touch the inside until I'm really ready to actually tackle it. I was wondering whether to put a door in somewhere, because obviously you want the flower display outside. I would like to put a door on it just to make sure that we can come in and look at a few stands. Just basically copy the stands I do on the outside, putting them inside obviously with a little till, or what looks like a till. And to be honest, I've been really tempted to get a lot more work done on like the Roblox map that I've started. Absolutely incredible, especially when you've been doing it on Minecraft, because obviously the imagination does a lot more, and you can only perceive it and you can only get it as accurate as you can do, or as accurate as it allows. Whereas Roblox, you can just pretty much go wild. Obviously there is limitations, as there is with all things, but it seems like it's a lot more achievable, which is, I don't know, it's kind of nuts. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to mute this a quick sec. Oh, there you go. I really hope I haven't caught a cold here. That would be typical. Today I decided to start doing my videos again. So let's just give this a good tidy go. The other part I don't know how to do is the sign outside, because obviously it is on the front of that purple. The only way you're going to get around that is literally by using signs, literal actual signs. So I'm not going to go into that too much right now. What can we use? We need to use a bit of actual grey clay, maybe, I don't know. No, we stick with the grey clay for now. Basically, if I turn around, it would be over this side. We're just going to chuck in this sort of roof thing. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do it that size for now. We could make it a bit bigger maybe, but do that. And we'll sort of just chuck in. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort in this, you'd never see it up here. But we just chuck a bit of that in between, like so it looks a bit more. That would look better if I just used slab. No, well, you might think so, for me not at all. So I'm gonna stick to it like that. I'm just gonna make that one stand up a bit more actually, and then basically the only thing I can see on here now is the chimney pipe, which we can do with, I think it would probably be better to use cobble wall, just purely because the colour and the nature of it. And we just drop that right there, and we do that 3 high, and let's just have a quick look. Will that pass as Howard's Flower Shop? I hope so, because that is the best I can do right now. Hoping I haven't messed up by putting framing around the actual. Okay, I'll just just going for the best of what I could see in there. We best change that colour. We're just going to use it like so. And obviously if you want to put the door in, you just pop it in to the side, or wherever you actually feel better doing it. Personally, I would really suggest using the redstone sort of opening doors and stuff. Can make hell of a difference. And the only thing I wish I had done is move this back, but obviously you're not thinking about that, you're more trying to work out sizes. So let's just have a quick look. We just really want to put out a couple of flower boxes, and it's going to be awkward to do that. So the best way I can think to do it personally is to either set up like a little table, maybe with stairs, or use something like an orange stained pot and, oh, not that one, oh, hardened clay maybe. So basically you could just sort of stick one there, pot there, and then obviously you've got pots which then you can put one on top of each, and obviously some dropping around it, and then if we just stick some flowers in, just try and get a nice selection of Howard's flowers. And let's just have a look here and see what we're actually looking like. I think we could get a good selection on the go. Check another red one there, a purple one there, and you kind of get the idea. If you don't want to just use the plant pots like that, and you want that to actually look like the plant pot, you can always go across, grab yourself some leaves, or you know, maybe even the cactus. You get my drift. Basically anything that looks like a tree or could be a shrubbery, basically just put them on top like so, and you end up with like big and small flower pots. Obviously I know it's not perfect, but it's the best I can really think of doing with this. Maybe you could, like, I would have a play around with the leaves as well, just to make sure, you know, that it all looks as good as it could look. Because obviously you can't put two together, because otherwise you're going to end up with kind of some weird stuff going on. So we're just going to have to swap these over, grab some more pots, let's grab some more flowers here. Hopefully let's grab a rose bush as well. Who doesn't love roses? What else have we got here? And there's a bit of that lilac there. Basically I'm just hoping that rose bush won't fit on there, so that'll be one for the chiseled sand block. And will it go in there? No, it needs grass. Of course it needs grass. What am I thinking? So chuck all the pots around. Basically we're just trying to make it look a bit more likable. And really guys, I that is basically as far as we can go. I hope that's hope you're happy with it, really. Let us just finish off by chucking in a couple of these plants here. Whoop, whoop. Too big for pots, so let's have a kikandaroo. We'll chuck some oak leaves down, we'll chuck some birch leaves down, we'll take a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of you. Oh, that'll do. One of them on there, one of them on there, one of them, and one of them. Maybe just sprinkle some love over here as well. Let's get a bit of orange in the back. And I'm hoping that passes. Let's get another plant pot over it, because I think this tree's feeling lonely. Because I can't go all the way back. Do we like it? I have no idea. We're gonna have to put some signs on it. the side is... Are we liking it? Are we not? Ah, no, I know what I've just realised. Even though the windows are dropped back in... Sorry guys. Literally the last piece of what I'm going to do is literally this. Wait, yep, I am right. Or am I? I don't know. One sec. Kind of. Oh. Let's just give it a look once we're done. Because it literally goes over to this edge. Otherwise it looks a little bit odd as well. So let's go all the way across. Just do a quick check. Because our police station is so close, I should have really thought about space. And I'm wondering whether we should take... Nope, no, that's good. That is good. That's as good as I'm thinking anyway. Let me have a quick look at this picture just from the Simpsons show. And no, really, there's only buildings next to it, so I've had to use the tapped out version just to show these parts. But really, apart from that, we could just finish off with this little part. But anyway guys, that is it for now. I am hoping to get a good few builds done. Obviously I won't be just sticking with the Simpsons. I will be doing other videos as well now that I've got the capability of the PC and capturing any actual footage without it going wrong, hopefully. I say hopefully because you can never account for what's really going to happen. So anyway guys, that is Howard's Flowers. Hope you enjoyed, and it's good to be back, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching guys.